Hey guys, welcome back. This is Dennis from the JDT Game Bros. This is Jake. This is TJ.
Hello!
And if you guys saw part 1 of Super Smash Bros. DLC, Dennis has broken the code.
You should probably go watch that before this one.
Yeah, you really should because you're going to get lost.
Yeah.
We're now sane, by the way, viewers.
We're now sane. The thing is, I had a lot of caffeine. He had a lot of caffeine.
They calmed
not.
down, okay? They had some of my good old jelly beans.
Calmed me down.
They chilled
I'm
down.
a new person now. I went to rehab.
Today we're going to be talking about third-party characters. And I know there's not going to be third-party DLC. Take it with a grain of salt. Take all this, what I'm saying, with a grain of salt. But this, really, take it with a very big grain. Because the only problem is people are going to be like, yeah, but, I mean, if they didn't have that many third-party characters to begin with, we only had 3 and people expect them to have, like, 5 and whatever, then I don't see them having too many DLC. Well, we're going to get to that. But first off, we mentioned him in the last video, Dr. Robotnik. Now, if you haven't seen the last video, seriously watch it, because I'm not going to explain the whole, it's going to be 3 a month.
We'll put a link in the description.
Yes, we will. Thank you, Jake, for reminding me. Dr. Robotnik, Ryu from Street Fighter. Personally, I voted for him. And then with the third-party characters, this is all shot in the dark here. These are characters I could see getting in. I'm saying Ryu from Street Fighter. I personally voted for him because he is from a fighting game, so he already has moves. Plus, it'll be very interesting to see him go up against Little Mac or Captain Falcon, so he's up close. And with his Hadoukens, he could be ranged. So he does have a very good array of moves. His up B could be a Shadouken. His side B could be when he... What's that move called when he jumps up in the air and starts spinning around with his foot? No, it's a really long name.
It's something like...
We talked about in the Death Battle video of him.
Oh, yeah.
He jumps up in the air and he starts spinning around and kicking them.
Yeah, I remember
I forgot what it's called.
seeing that, but I forgot what it's called.
It's very long.
Oh, yeah. I actually have a question about Ryu.
Yes.
Since you know how Little Mac is a fighter and he came from a fighting game and he has that like meter on in the thing. Do you think Ryu would have like some sort of spirit meter to see how big he can do those like Hadoukens and stuff like that?
Very good question. My answer to that is no. The reason why they did that with Little Mac was because they wanted to make it him a little bit more of an interesting character. Because if he was only had a strong B move and nothing else really that good of a killing move, his side B is good. His down B is okay, it's a block, but just like Ike and Marth and all the other Fire Emblem characters, because just about all of them except, what's-his-face, Robin/Girl Robin, have blocking moves, then, counter moves, sorry. Then they had to have something to compensate, so he doesn't look like a copycat of Captain Falcon and a copycat of other characters. I know why some of you would be like, well, why Captain Falcon? Well, there are a lot of similarities. The B is a very strong punch that it charges up, but it's usually a kill, like the Falcon punch. And the side B is a dashing move, like the... I forgot what it's called, but...
Falcon Dash?
No, it's not Falcon Dash. It's something like a Raptor Punch or something.
Raptor Punch?
Yeah, I remember seeing it when I was customizing his moves on my 3DS. His down B is a Falcon Kick, so obviously instead of giving him a kicking move, because he's Little Mac and he's a boxer, it would be a counter move. But that's beside the point. Now, very good question. I don't think so, because he's different. Ryu has a Hadouken, so they really don't need to compensate for a, whatchamacallit?
Like another character.
Yeah, for another, not a character, for another, like, extra kill thing.
Yeah.
Because then he'll be too overpowered and uneven. Now, the reason why Ryu and Dr. Robotnik are my first two, well, because Sega already has Sonic in here, so it wouldn't be hard for them to get Dr. Robotnik. And Mega Man's from Capcom, and so was Ryu. And my next character is also from Capcom, and Bison. I mentioned him in the last video. I think it's very interesting because he's got that Ganondorf-esque type fighting style because he does have the Psycho energy. But people will be like, yeah, but Ganondorf is a copy of Captain Falcon. What do you think of that? True. But and Bison's side B can be a Psycho Crusher. His finisher could be a whole array of things, especially that combo from Super Street Fighter 4 on the 3DS. He has a lot of moves. He's from a fighting game, so it's not like they have a shortage of moves. Captain Falcon they had to make moves for because he was from a racing game. Ganondorf, okay, they screwed the pooch. He used swords in the video games. They should have stuck with that. His side B move could have been he got on a horse or something like that and did a a Shadow Ganondorf, Shadow
Yeah.
Ganon or whatever, from Ocarina of Time, or Ocarina of Time if you're an idiot and you pronounce it wrong.
Ocarina of Time.
Is it Ocarina or Ocarina?
Ocarina.
Well, then you're an idiot. I'm saying Ocarina.
It
It is spelled like orc though, but whatever. That's beside the point.
Ocarina.
Whatever. I actually know a kid who can play the Ocarina / Ocarina. Like very good. He can play all the songs and stuff like that. And like a real Ocarina's Ocarina.
Ocarina. It's like
Fourth character.
Tomato.
Banjo and Kazooie. The
Banjo and Kazooie.
the CEO of Xbox has announced on Twitter that he wants to make Banjo and Kazooie DLC for the new Super Smash Bros. Something tells me Daddy Sakurai also read that and said, "Yeah, that sounds like a good idea." Banjo and Kazooie is from the Nintendo 64, made by Rareware, which is now owned by Microsoft. But Banjo and Kazooie is one of those characters that was pretty famous back in the day. A lot of people had Banjo and Kazooie. It's one of the best Nintendo 64 games, so it would not be that strange for him to be a third-party DLC character. Fifth character. Geno. Now, the problem with Geno is, he was in a Mario game, so he's not really that much of a third-party character. But if I'm not mistaken, he was made by by another company in Mario RPG, so he can be in the game, and he's very requested by fans. If he's not a third-party character, let me know. I'm pretty sure he is. He's a character who's only appeared in one game, so it does make it a little odd, but he's another one. He has a very good array of moves because he was in an RPG game, and he has a whole bunch of powers. Characters who a lot of people are requesting, he's going to punch me for this one. Scorpion. I do not think Scorpion is going to be put in because NetherRealm Studios have not made a character for Super Smash Bros., so it does not make sense. Now, somebody may say the people who made Geno also didn't do it, but Geno has a trophy in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and he's a highly requested character, so it is not shocking for him to be put in. Now, I'm calling this the 3 is a magic number theory. Next part of the theory is stages. The villains are going to have one stage from the first Super Smash Bros. Game. The girls are going to have a stage from Super Smash Bros. Melee. And the third-party characters are going to have one stage from Super Smash Bros. Brawl back in the game. The current game. The 2 newest installments. Now, I said in the last video, the girls are going to have the last one's going to be voted on, and same with the villains. But the reason that what it is with third-party characters is you can't just vote Batman, even though he was in one of the greatest NES games ever. You can't just say that because he hasn't had an affiliation to Super Smash Bros. All this you need to take into consideration. If Xbox, there's the CEO, I'm so confused today, said he wanted to put Banjo and Kazooie in his DLC, I don't think it's going to be that much of a fight to get him in. The CEO is saying he'd enjoy that.
Dude, where are you going?
Second.
Whatever.
Stages.
I thought I heard somebody.
First stage I see coming back from the first game
Sit down, TJ.
is going to be Dreamland. Now, one may ask, why Dreamland from the first Super Smash Bros.? Well, I think all of us could agree that's probably our favorite stage. That or Congo Jungle. The reason why I'm personally a very big fan of Dreamland is because the music is great. There's, the tree that blows it around, so you already have a stage hazard. It's a very interesting stage. It's not huge. It's pretty small. So it kind of fits the whole new Omega thing when it's just a regular platform like Final Destination. All they have to do is cut out the tree and the stage. But that's nothing to complain. Yeah, but that stage was too small. Yeah, then why do you have to fight 8 Kirbys in the game on one stage? It can't be too small if they added that in. The Melee stage, I never really played Melee. I really don't know. I'm going to say Big Blue or Venom, Planet Venom. And if somebody says, why Planet Venom? Well, Planet Venom, because they're making a new Star Fox game. So it would make sense. Now, one may say, but why not? Why isn't that the same case for the first Super Smash Bros. Game? If Wolf is from Star Fox. Yeah, but we have to also take into consideration one of the most popular stages from the first game, the two most popular in my opinion, that I have never met anybody who said, I don't like those stages, were Conga Jungle, which is in the Wii U version, and Dreamland. But instead people got Brinstar. Got the 3DS.
What?
Not cool.
What?
Brinstar. I hate that stage.
Oh, I was like, I thought you were getting mad at me. I was like, what did I do?
For Brawl, the game that I'm very familiar with, there's a lot of stages to choose from. And, alright, now listen. A character that everybody's saying, what about Solid Snake for third party? He's one of those characters that if they really tried to get him, they could have, because he was in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. So I do not see Shadow Moses Island being playable. But what I do see is, I just had it on the tip of my tongue when I lost it. Luigi's Mansion, because Luigi's Mansion New Moon came out a couple years ago in a package with the 3DS, because it actually does like we got that.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Oh, you actually got that one too? I know somebody else.
Sure.
But
Might have.
it wouldn't make sense for them to do that, especially because last year was the year of Luigi. I'm very surprised that that isn't in any of the games. If it is in the Wii U, let me know. I'm really not too sure on the Wii U version. I know the 3DS very fluently, even though my copy is faulty. I locked Mr. Game & Watch, but I didn't get Flat Zone 2. I went on GameFAQs to see how to get Flat Zone 2. They said unlock Game & Watch.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that I gotta say is, I haven't played that much on the Wii U, but I'm pretty sure, like, Solid Snake's already in the Wii U version.
No, he's not. They have the same exact character roster.
Oh, and also, I'm pretty sure Luigi's Mansion is on the Wii U version.
Alright, then if it's that one, I think Lilac Cruise is on the Wii U version.
Lilac Cruise, yes.
It is?
Yeah, I was over Justin's house playing it. And I just want to say, if I can, continue on this kind of Scorpion topic, because I don't want to get punched in the face by Jake later. The thing is about Scorpion is if they really tried, if like lots of people had tried, we could try, because there's lots of games that featured Scorpion in their games as fighting characters, and it's not that like mission like kind of thing. Like it's not really weird to have like the most obscure games to have just kind of a popular character in it, even if they shouldn't be there. So, I mean, there's a possible chance, but it's unlikely, because I don't think a company would just hand over, like, oh, okay, hey, yeah, these guys want to have it, here you go. But, I mean, there's a slight chance that they might have it,
Right.
just because, like, lots of people want it, and it